Hi everyone, North Jersey gardening here, giving another look at the garden. This guy, the tomato that I planted next to the house turned out to be the pineapple tomato actually, and I was thinking it was the black from Tula. But the black from Tula tomato are small tomatoes, and these turned out to be like a medium to large size tomatoes. I actually already harvested 4 or 5. They were really delicious, a little sweetness to them. There's one back there that's about to ripen, and one small one here that's ready. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow I'll pick him and do something delicious with him, or eat just raw. Oh my god, they're so good, they taste delicious. The ones on the other side, the black from Tula, the small ones, they're even sweeter. They're so good. They haven't even been making it into the house. I pick them and eat them as I'm taking care of the garden. I love it. But I want to give you a quick update over here on the tomato and the moringa trees that I thought some of them were not gonna make it, but surprisingly they're all doing great. We had a bit of rain the last day or so, and more is coming later on today and tomorrow, so they need a little bit of support, but they're doing great. I thought I was gonna lose a few of them, but oh my god, all of them are doing great. This one here, the one behind it, right there, I know they're intermingled together, the leaves, and the one in the back, the biggest one, I actually cut the top off the other day because it was getting too tall, and I wanted the stem to strengthen up, so I cut them. But these are the original 3 that I thought I was going to lose a few of them, so I planted backup moringas. But they came back. They're doing great. I didn't lose any, and the backup moringas are also doing great. Here they are, beautiful. The leaves are not as big as I think they can get, but they're nice and healthy, and they're growing incredibly well. I have 2 in this container back here because I ran out of containers, and the other one is shaded in the back. I'll see if he does okay in the shade. If not, I'll flip him around, get more sun. So in the back here, I don't know if you remember the lemon tree I got from my brother. Had 2 lemons on there. They're still there. There's one here, up there. They're actually small, about 1.5 inches or so. There's the other one right there. But I had a couple of clusters actually, of blossoms and small itty bitty, like this guy here, lemons that were gonna become bigger like this, but I don't know what happened. They keep falling, they turn colors. This one was yellow, and then it dried up, and now it's like a yucky brown color, so it's not gonna make it. So all the blossoms, all the new lemons that I thought I was gonna get are completely gone. So it's just back to the original 2 lemons, but it's getting new growth. That something's been eating it. I sprayed a little bit neem oil on it not long ago. It's helping, but it's getting new growth, new leaves, but all the baby lemons died and fell out. I don't know why. This down here, I had bought a goji berry, a couple actually, and I planted them in the ground, but I took cuttings from them as I planted them because they were too tall and lanky and leaning over, just to try and see what happens. And these actually have been growing for like a couple of months inside and doing great. I just took them out the other day, and there's new growth on them and everything, so I'm happy. The roots took, and nice green growth on them. They're doing great. So I've been getting a bit of sun, but overcast, so I've been keeping them outside the last couple of days. But I'm happy, so maybe next year I'll plant them in the ground. But the reason I'm giving you the update today is because of these guys here. These are the last of the seedlings that I have, that I was gonna plant in the ground, but I'm actually out of room. I have everything else that I had already planted, growing so nicely and vigorously that even if there was space on the ground where I was planning to put these, the little black eggplants, they're gonna be overshadowed by the growths and the leaves and everything. So I'm actually gonna take them out later on today. Let me see, I have 1, 2, these were itty bitty tiny. They're actually growing a little bit bigger than the ones I planted in the ground. I guess they're better protected here. So I have 1, 2 in there, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I'm gonna up pot in a few minutes. Let's see, I already got the soil ready in this container. This container is usually what I use to mix soil, amend it, put all kinds of goodies in there for the plants to grow nice and healthy. But I got it ready a few minutes ago, and I'm gonna move the little black eggplants in here and keep them actually in this area. It's not too far where they've been growing the last couple of months, so they'll be getting the same sun and whatever weather and climate they've been used to, so there won't be much of a change. I didn't put holes in the container, so I have to watch when it rains, maybe move it somewhere else. It's light enough that I can move it around. I like that. Yeah, so I have to keep a close eye on how much water I give them, and when it rains, bring them in there, because I would hate to tip it over if it gets overloaded. Although whenever it rains, we barely get like half an inch or so lately, maybe maximum 1 inch, so I think they can actually handle it, but we'll see. Let me show you these here. These were kale, 2 types of kale, I think, dinosaur kale and Tuscan kale, that I had uprooted last winter, and put them in this container to bring them indoor, protect them, because I wasn't sure if they would live. And they actually did, and they grew incredibly tall, but they flowered and went to seed very quickly this season. And I still harvested some leaves from them, but not that much. But they got quite a bit of aphids and bugs on them. Like every time I spray, they do well, but then they get overloaded again. So I actually left them as like sacrificial plants to take the aphids and save the other plants from getting infested. I think it worked a little bit, but there was like hardly any leaves left on the stems that were growing, and the aphids were like completely overtaken the plant. There was hardly any space without a bug on it. So I actually got sick of it, and I cut the whole thing. I was gonna actually cut it and throw it out and reuse the soil for something else. Actually I have 3 here. One, the Tuscan, the dinosaur, and I think I had a Georgia collard here, but that one did not come back. But these guys came back. I was gonna throw them out, so I've been harvesting a little bit at a time out of it, and I guess I'll keep it to the end of the season again and see what happens. But yeah, this is the little update I was gonna give you. Let me show you back to the pineapple tomato. Beautiful. I have him growing here, and he's sprawling all over the place. I have him tied up, staked up, but still his branches were getting so tall that they leaned over. So I actually have him supported horizontally this way, and this way he's completely leaning over on the Rose of Sharon plants that's on the other side of the little rail over here. But it's doing so well. I'm liking it that it's growing over here in the sitting area. I get to enjoy him grow and watch him grow. And on the other side there's a grapevine. They're actually intermingling. The Rose of Sharon doesn't seem to mind, and it's actually blossoming. Getting a little blossom. It's gonna flower any day now. Oh, actually I have some flowers here. I'll show you. They're quite pretty. Right there, a little pinkish hue to them. But yeah, I let the tomato lean over because they were getting so tall. It was difficult to support them. They're easily like 6-7 feet tall. It's crazy. This guy I started from seed back in January 5th, so and we're like at the end of July now, so it's 7 months old. So it's growing really nicely. I'm very happy with it. But yeah, he's sprawling all over the place, and the Rose of Sharon, the plant on the other side, is supporting him. Like, look at this stem here is the Rose of Sharon. I have it cut to let some sun in at the tomato. But look, this is the tomato stem. Beautiful, growing all the way. Lots of tomatoes, oh my goodness. But again, they're ripening at different times right now. So I've been harvesting one at a time and eating it. Here's another pretty one that's about to open. And then the end of the tomato. Must be easily over 7 feet tall. It's crazy. But he's 7 months old, so I wouldn't expect it. And he's growing healthily. My goodness, nice bright green leaves. And so I'm gonna keep taking care of him here and let him grow. And oh my God, even after several months of gardening, still every time I touch a tomato plant and the scent comes off, it's unbelievably nice. I love it. So hope you guys are enjoying your days gardening. I wish you the best, and let me know how everything's going, and I'll keep you updated on the rest of the garden shortly. Take care. Bye.